Greetings, my gamers. It's been a while, I know. Life and everything else. This isn't exactly a full-time gig, so I kind of have to just do it when I can. But we're back, and we're going to finally see the, as of today, conclusion to the story of the epic adventures of Kain and Raziel as they travel through time to defeat the forces of the Elder God and undo Moebius' plan. But part of the problem that I haven't been doing this for a little bit is because getting this to record and getting all this junk to work has actually been kind of difficult. And the difficult part about it, more than anything, has been trying to get this game. If I had it on Steam, it might have been easier. They have the whole big screen option when they have different ways where they can get the controllers to work a little better. It took me a little while to figure out how just to get the controller to work well with this game. Because this game came out back in like 2000 or something. Actually, let's just see. When did this come out? Here we go. Here is my PlayStation 2 copy. And this came out, at least on PlayStation 2, 2003. So I don't know exactly when the PC version of it came out. I'm sure it was somewhere close to that time. But anyway, it looks like it was actually made to play mostly with keyboard and mouse. I mean, there is a gamepad option, but I don't think it was very well implemented. And when I tried to figure out different options, I thought, it's been so long, surely there's an easy mod I can just put into it and it'll work, right? If there is, someone show it to me, because I couldn't find it. Found lots of options. Lots of different ideas, people doing different things. A lot of people just gave up and said, just get the PlayStation 2 ROM and emulate it, and it's a lot easier, And I actually did that, and I tried that out, but there is an HD graphics pack that up-reses a lot of the graphics. I don't think it's everything, but it definitely up-reses a lot of the textures. It brightens everything up. It looks a lot better. And after trying that out and then comparing that to the PS2 version, I didn't want to play it with the PS2 one. It's noticeably a little bit more grainy. The textures just aren't quite as sharp. Everything's a little darker looking. The upgraded HD pack was just a lot better. So I wanted to figure out how to get that to work. And I think I finally did. I think I finally got it all figured out now. And then the other problem I ran into is that I use OBS for a lot of my recordings. And I've ran into this problem with a few other things here and there. The program just doesn't want to... When it goes full screen, or even I couldn't even figure out how to get it to just open up in a windowed mode. Like everything I tried, it just wasn't working. But finally, I got a 2-monitor setup going on here, and so I was finally able to get it to where it would record the display, but it's tricky because then it locks my mouse in and doesn't like my mouse going over. So if I do anything, have to try to switch anything out, I have to minimize the whole thing and then to unlock my mouse cursor. And it's not as easy as the last one. But I think I've got it set up now that it'll work. So we're going to try this out. And hope you enjoy it. And hope you enjoy watching the final episodes of Kain and Raziel that we have to date. There's been a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of more media attention now, seems like it. I'm seeing things on Kickstarter for Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver and different projects, and we got this remaster that just happened, and so I'm hoping this will keep on going to maybe finally some new official games and new content. It'd be sad to not have the original voice actors. I think some of them have actually passed away, which is sad. But we take what we can get. So anyway, we're going to get this ball rolling, and I hope you guys enjoy. Fellow Cainites. Let's see what happened last time.
Given the choice, whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire, or to challenge the fates for another throw, a better throw against one's destiny, what was a king to do? But does one ever truly have a choice? One can only match, move by move, the machinations of fate, and thus defy the tyrannous stars.
Love this game.
And so I returned to the sanctuary of my enemy, the fortress of the Sarafan Brotherhood, deemed impossible for any man to penetrate. Impossible for any man. Deep within these walls, my prey awaited. Moebius, the time streamer, deceiver and eternal gamester, using living beings as his pawns.
In the end, we'd rooted out an entire nest of the fiends.
But we had swept that area already.
Not well enough, but no matter. We purged every last one of that ruthless fire, and their souls now rest.
Lord Moebius will be pleased.
He's not happy about that. He's not happy about seeing
It was
his own
time for
killed
Moebius
like
to answer a few questions. I hoped for his sake to find him in a forthcoming mood.
There are lots of things you can say about Kain in this game. About his character, about how he acts and his motivations and whatnot. But one thing that I feel strongly about with Kain is that he, while is brutal as hell, there is a method to what he does. He doesn't do anything without careful consideration, and he is unwaveringly loyal to those who are loyal to him. He is the kind of friend that will be there to help you move that couch, or drink the blood of whoever it is that's been torturing you for the past 3 years. He'll do it like that. So yeah, that's Kain. Alright. Test out the controls real quick, make sure I got it all mostly working, at least for the most part. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go try this out. Whoa. Now, one thing you will notice, let's see, where's that? Okay. Combat in this game versus, let's see which one I make the combat in this game, even more so than Soul Reaver 2, is far more agile. It's quicker. And it's even more responsive. That was one thing. Every one of these games, the combat mechanics got better, I felt like, with every one of them. And while we haven't played Blood Omen 2, Blood Omen 2 took a very similar path to Soul Reaver 2 in the sense, or Soul Reaver 1, in the sense that a lot of the abilities you play with Kain in this one, you'll recognize from Blood Omen 2 if you played it. Just like Soul Reaver 2, a lot of Raziel's abilities he still had. To climb up walls, to use telekinesis, to move through gates in the spectral realm, except with Kain, he just missed on through.
Help me! Help me! Oh, please, no!
From time to time, it is necessary to feed. And the unusual event of a feast prepared by the Sarafan must be savored.
If we must, we must. Now, another difference, you'll notice there is a combat experience meter in this game. So now it actually matters if you fight stuff. You can't just running past it for the sake of it isn't quite as good anymore, because now you actually do get experience points, which grant you different abilities you can use. And the quicker you can get all of those built up, the quicker that goes up. I don't know if killing these guys makes it go up or not. Let's see if we can notice that. If it did, it was very little. Okay. Not gonna worry about that. Anything in here? Oh, more people. Okay. You know what? Death at Kain's hands, opposed to being chained up in this place, is probably a mercy. Especially for a woman. Let's see, any more experience? It must actually be combat, just combat experience. Because it's not going up at all. Okay. And then of course we have our obligatory runes to help increase our life and telekinetic powers.
What was that? The touch of water is like acid to a vampire. I had to find another way to pass.
Because unlike Raziel, Kain cannot swim in water. Oh, wait a second. Anything over here? Ah, can't see. No. Okay. There we go. So this will increase my telekinetic charge a little bit. Got them chained up everywhere in this place.
This passage undoubtedly led to the time streamer. My prey was nearly in my grasp. But the door had been sealed by a blessed barrier. As I approached, the Reaver resonated in response. Perhaps its dark sorcery could dispel these holy barriers. As I suspected, the Reaver was not yet powerful enough to shatter these barriers, but there was something to this.
One thing to keep in mind and to remember, at this point in history, the Reaver does not have Raziel's soul in it. It's not been imbued with any special powers necessarily. It's actually far weaker at this point in history, in its history, than when we've seen it even in the first Soul Reaver game. Also have the Reaver make the final kill, which will empower it in that little bar there at the bottom, and then you can cast like special kinds of attacks with it and stuff at some point. Sure what I just broke, but I broke something. Kain really does just kick in the door. Oh. Any more? Ah. Seriously? Crazy things. A checkpoint.
Locked. What a love of doors these pathetic humans have.
Inspect arcane tomes to unlock bonus materials. Okay. Anything over here? Oh, this must have been what I drank earlier. Or something like that. Like a little blood chalice kind of thing. Okay. Moving on. What is this?
Vampire!
Vampire! That worked out. Didn't actually mean to do that, but you know. The words of Scorpion. Get over here!
This emblem was unmistakably of vampire origin and designed to enhance the Reaver's power. But this coincidence seemed too convenient.
Indeed.
Moebius clearly meant for me to find it.
Sound the alarm!
Vampire!
Don't let him escape!
Surround him! Surrender, fiend, and we will promise you an easy death.
I could promise you the same, but it would be a lie.
Oh gosh. Your stash screen. Current goals and artifacts. The
Balance Emblem.
The Balance Emblem.
Balance Emblem. This barrier had a curious resonating effect on the Reaver.
It looks like the symbol you just got. There you go. Ah. You might remember this room from the previous game.
This door had been equipped with a singular lock, requiring an unusual key. Somehow, I would find it.
Okay, that's the way I came. So, looks like this is the only way I can go. Just look and see if there's anything up here. Okay. Now, autoface was a control that I had a hard time fitting on my control pad. Which one was it? Okay. Nothing else in here. Can't go that way. Okay. I guess we go through the door. This is that drawbridge I saw earlier, I think. Pretty sure. Got some more souls I see.
Die, vampire!
Receive cadaverous laceration. Use stat screen for details. Ooh, where is this at?
Cadaverous laceration.
Move and plus action. Executing quick flurry of sweeping strikes. I'm easily able to overwhelm multiple lesser enemies as their blood sprays across the air. Action to cast Reaver spell. Nice. Nope. No, not there. Still can't do anything with that. Over here. Whoa, that's cool. colors. Seems like a long way down. A lot of destructible objects for no real apparent reason, apparently. Tents for a long jump. This is one of those abilities you could do in Blood Omen 2. You do like these long jump things. Kain does have a little bit of a glide. It's not nothing like Raziel's, but he can kind of slow his descent just a little bit if you hold the button, the jump button. Kind of gives you just a little bit extra there. Anything over here? Ooh, there's something. Another part of a health increase, I'll take that. Oh gosh. Oof. The controls got a little wonky there for a second. There we go.
Yes, I understand. It will be done. The stage is set. You needn't linger in the shadows, Kain. It has been a long time, hasn't it?
No banter, Moebius. You know why I'm here.
Yes, Raziel. You sought to introduce your own pawn into this game, and now he's been swept from the board.
By your hand, I suspect. Where is he?
Perhaps you should ask, when? How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for answers.
Enough wordplay.
Don't threaten me, Kain. You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. You have read the signs, but missed their meaning. You believe you are that myth of vampire prophecy, the scion of balance, and that Raziel holds the key to fulfilling your destiny. But your messianic delusions have blinded you to Raziel's true nature. You have no idea what you've unleashed. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now, your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed, but by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me. Perhaps, when we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
These strange creatures seem to manifest from the very shadows.
Now these look like wraiths from Soldier 2. Those elemental wraiths that can come out of those. So I don't think I can really...
Moebius's attempt at stopping me was not one of his better efforts. When I found him, it would be my turn to offer a few surprises.
Surrender, Raziel. Abandon this petty rebellion. It was I who made you. Your life had played out, and in my grace, I spared you. You are my reaper of souls. You have no other purpose, no higher destiny. Just this. Accept your calling, Raziel. Let go of these vain hopes. Relinquish your will, and feed.
No.
What do you profit from this defiance?
There's some grim satisfaction in infuriating you.
My patience is eternal, Raziel. How many eons can you bear to languish here? The wheel of fate must turn. All are redeemed in the cleansing agony of birth, death, and rebirth. This is the engine of life, the purifying rhythm of the universe, to which all souls are irresistibly drawn. Yours is a necessary and noble function, Raziel.
Enough of your sermonizing. Are you trying to bore me into submission? Why must this game go on? We both know what you are. You're no better than the vampires you so despise. A voracious parasite, cloaking its appetite in a shroud of righteousness. I refuse to do your will.
I can see into your heart, Raziel. It is not your will, but cowardice that keeps you here.
How so?
You know what fate awaits you when you leave the underworld. That phantom weapon you bear is a constant reminder, isn't it? The sword is waiting for you out there somewhere, and you tarry so as not to meet it.
I could not deny it. As long as I lingered here, defying my captor, I was able to postpone what I feared was my inevitable doom. To become the ravenous spirit imprisoned in the Reaver Blade. But that sentence was no worse than the stalemate I now endured. Better to face one's destiny than cower from it.
Harvester of souls, I created you. And to this function, my angel of death, you will return.
Enough. Yes, I submit.
Very good. Indulge your hunger. Yes, embrace your calling, Raziel. You will find that just as defiance has its price, so obedience has its rewards.
And submission is not always what it seems.
So yeah, this is the only one in all the games where you actually play two different characters back and forth. So you see the story from Kain's perspective and Raziel's perspective as you play. And the control scheme for both of them is very similar. Now, I mean, they do have some little differences, but for the most part, it's extremely easy to go back and forth. The ambience reminds me of Eternal Darkness. That's another good one.
Below me swirled an ominous-looking mist. I knew that if I fell, it would mean my peril.
Let's try not to do that.
Do you believe your worthiness is so easily proved? Your way is sealed until you have offered further evidence of your obedience.
I must feed you before I depart this place.
You must feed yourself, Raziel.
The wheel must turn.
Ah, now you understand.
There's no hope.
Can I make that? Cast browse. Ooh. That's close.
You may go, but remember, you are mine. You can no more escape from me than you can escape yourself.
I don't know about that.
Please don't do it.
Ligoth thing, whatever they're called.
You want this room cleared of its vermin.
If you wish to leave it,
Your will be done.
my good servant. You see? Obedience brings prompt rewards.
Sounds like a manipulator if I've ever seen one. Or a dog trainer.
Where do you think you're going, little soul? You can't escape.
See about that.
Raziel. Clever, Raziel. Clever indeed. I have endured your game long enough.
Clearly my escape had not been anticipated, or my benevolent master would not have expended such efforts to prevent me from going. And if my departure displeased him, then that was a victory, however small, for me. This door would only open when fitted with an appropriate artifact. But to use such an object, I would first have to find a way back into the material realm.
He doesn't like to lose.
At last, I discovered a conduit into the material realm. I would finally escape the spirit world and take one step farther from my tormentor.
Did you think to receive the same favors after your rebellion as before? No, Raziel. I have no need for you to enter the physical world, so no conduit will be granted. You serve me adequately as a wraith, and a wraith you will remain.
So, my restraints had not been removed, only loosened. I would not be held prisoner in the spectral realm. There had to be another way. As I emerged, I was granted a vision of what I would become if I did not escape the spectral realm. For these too were agents of my master, hunting the lost souls that struggled to escape the endless twilight of the underworld. Plan for me was ominously clear. Like these mindless hunters, I existed only to fuel him with souls, siphoning their energy to feed him and his wheel of fate. I had to break these bonds, while I still possessed my own will.
Now, what do you have to tell me, Moebius?
You cannot kill me. We both know that this is not how or when I die.
Death is not the only possible outcome.
Your manipulations are pathetic.
Yet Raziel retains his free will, and that's what frightens you, isn't it, Moebius? You cannot see his path, and so you cannot control it.
And neither can you. He will kill you, Kain. In sparing Raziel, you have written your own death sentence.
You